The most important question I ever got was, what is your legacy? Not a material legacy, but if life stops here, how do you want to be remembered? What is that energy? How do people see you? This podcast series is a result of that question, what is my legacy? A phoenix is burning itself on a funeral pyre and rising from the ashes with renewed youth to live through another cycle. This fertile ash is filled with phoenix frequencies of compassion, love, forgiveness, intuition, wisdom, generosity, resilience, creativity, and evolution and involution. I've been in the ashes. I give voice to my phoenix. I share how I pioneer with ease. That's a lifestyle, a choice. I'm Nienke van Bezooijen, and I welcome you to listen and invite you to rise. Welcome to the Phoenix Frequencies. Today it's International Peace Day 2025. If we look at the SDGs, number 16, peace, justice and strong institutions, we can see it's under pressure, to say the least. Peace isn't just the absence of war. Peace is about respect, listening, co-creation of a world where we can all, including all life on earth, can coexist in mutual respect. Peace looks further away these days, where overpowering greed and status and ego seems the justified norm. No one can win a war, but we can agree to build peace instead. But if we build peace, what elements are there to lay a foundation? I use today the 5 elements of Dr. Stone, the founding father of the polarity therapy, because it resonates to me. My polarity therapy teacher, Shava Carr, a peace builder herself, taught me it has a positive and a negative pole. It's a neutral filament that creates the outcome, like how the light bulb can give light. It isn't good or bad, positive or negative pole. They need each other. Neutrality facilitates. Look with this perspective on polarization. Many of us are familiar with 4 elements like earth, water, fire and air, but Dr. Stone uses the 5th, ether. Let me go over them regarding, in my perspective, of their qualities to be a foundation of peace. Starting with earth. Bringing grounding, stability, structure. Grounding peace builders are building structure we can rely on. The word that comes to me is rock solid. But they need to move, and rock solid becomes heavy and stuckness is around the corner. Water. In flow, the nourishment, emotions can move, even stones. Without guidance, it can wash away. Consistent water can shape a stone with its power. Without structure or support, it can leak everywhere. It becomes steam with fire and clouds with air. Fire, the transformational energy I see in the fired up energy in activists, peace activists, where earth can be stuck and water flowing away. Fire can transform a process, create a new ground, fertile ash. But fire needs its fuel too. Without oxygen, no fire. The everlasting flame can only exist because of collaboration. Staying fired up can burn you down. I've seen it in many fire-driven peace builders, in anger and righteousness. They don't last forever. Air, representing breath, movement, mental clarity, can support the fire within us. Pause, taking a breath, fresh wind through our minds. When smoke from fire or clouds from water are in our way. But sandstorm can blind you too, when solid structured sand moves air too much. If I look around at peace buildings from our past, I see these elements collaborating with each other within the person. Mahatma Gandhi walked bare feet, movement on solid ground to reach people. He could become angry and silent and breathe. Nelson Mandela started perhaps from fire, but got transformed throughout his time in prison. There he worked with the fifth element from Dr. Stone, ether, space, representing communication, openness. Nelson Mandela listened to his guards, educated himself so he could understand the enemy and build bridges. But my personal current inspiration is Sigrid Kaag, the Dutch humanitarian, UN Special Coordinator for the Middle East peace process. The Dutch far-right politician succeeded to frame her as a threat and a witch. So after a few years of serving her country, she transformed, left the Dutch politics and served the world again. But recently I heard her perspective on the Middle East conflict and war. She never left her core value of listening and respect with dignity for others and herself as a representative job as a diplomat. She never lowered herself by blaming people. She has all elements collaborating in her. She's a solid in her determination, flexible to see multiple perspectives, even when not her own. She is sharp and direct with fire, with a purpose to facilitate conflict into peace, keeping respect and dignity. She works actively in keeping her mind open, not suppressing emotions, but to keep them out of emotional decision-making. She works with creating space for change to happen, communicating wisely. Her sound is clear, open and inviting. And yes, you can disagree with her. You can be triggered by her, but she's also a mirror. Research shows when women are involved in peace negotiations, the results last decades longer. Without space, there can be disconnect and emptiness, which invite other elements to take over. Where are you with the peace in yourself? Earth, grounded structure, or heavily stuck or unsolid weak? Water in flow, or overwhelmed, rigid, or stagnated? Fire transforming, or angry in overdrive or burned out? Air, breathing, taking a pause, mentally clear, or anxious, scattered, even without grounding? Or can you bring the subtle matrix of all elements together, collaborating with space for the qualities? Peace isn't an airy-fairy thought. It requires all elements to contribute within us so we can facilitate the foundation where peace can root, grow and flourish. Teamwork within and throughout us. It becomes steam with fire and clouds with air. Grounded flow, transforming clear created space. Not only on International Peace Day, every day.